Liereyy having banned Inca, so they only get one ban for Civ. Oh boy, do I like Lierey's draft. And the map is Acclivity. Alright, here we go. Also, there is a live audience now at Redbull Wololo. We have Liereyy in the Aztecs in the north in the blue, going for an immediate market, so wants to get to Castle Age ASAP. It seems like Villese went for Men-at-Arms with Dravidian, and the Men-at-Arms are trying to break in, but they're not going to find damage because, well, maybe they will. They do break through walls fairly easy, and Villese has the hill there. Oh, the Men-at-Arms are in. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lierey's not even bothering to wall behind this. Just using the skirmishers and eagles to chase the men-at-arms and archers away. And there we go. We got the walls on the left-hand side. Villese going for a very aggressive strategy here, as Liereyy trying to get up but unable to yet. And it's going to have to fight this off. It's taking off gold. Dravidians do have faster firing skirms, so the skirmisher addition is really good for Villese. And this aggression is looking really strong. Liereyy is full walled everywhere but the back there. And it's going to push its army back with more military now. So the fast castle attempt ended up getting very much delayed. Villese, on the other hand, is going to click up before Liereyy. Supplies coming in, Castle Age on the way for Villese. Villese looking to be in a dominant position this game. The skirmishers and eagles will clean up all of Villese's military. And Lierey's getting close to clicking, but is still pretty far behind. Liereyy did spot a barracks as part of the wall, so Liereyy can assume that's the second barracks because they generally don't spawn that nice and neatly as part of a wall. But Liereyy hasn't scouted the second barracks to confirm that it is. And Liereyy has to fall back, is on the way up, will be an entire minute and 20 seconds behind. Has villagers that he wanted to send forward, but is having to fall back right now. Long swordsman on the way up. Very rarely do we see long swordsmen in a tournament game in Age of Empires. Eagles are looping around to try to find some damage, and we got the skirms, the defense. Elite skirmisher coming in for the Dravidians now, utilizing that plus 200 wood. And elite skirm and bodkin coming in for the Aztec player. Arson now coming in for Villese. Villese wanting to break through the walls really easily. Long swordsmen are going to just melt through the buildings, and Liereyy has to keep walling behind. We got Eagle Warrior coming in despite there being so many long swords on the field. Eagle Warrior is on the way in, and Villese is open in the back. Villese could have these eagles enter his base if he's not paying attention, and okay, he's going to wall it up. Liereyy trying to break into the base. Villese doing a good job of keeping them out, and the long swords will just eat the eagles alive. We have a Magnell out for Liereyy. He's pushing up the hill. Lierey's trying to pick off all the long swords so the eagles can clean up all the skirms. And that's a dead Magnell. Eagles will clean up the skirmishers. Oh, we got long swords in on Lierey's base. That's got to be so annoying. Eagles are also in on Villese's base. Both players having to deal with rage right now, and we still have big fights in the center. Villese with the Vil lead, and is on 2 town centers. Liereyy needs to make something happen. Liereyy has a huge military lead, but is behind economically. It's still 1 town center to Villese's 2 town centers. And 16 eagles, 14 skirmishers pushing out against 6 long swords. Could probably take this fight just because you have the numbers. A 3rd town center for Villese. Villese trying to boom, while Liereyy goes to the all, well, not even all in, because Lierey's adding a 2nd town center on the gold in the back. We have the monk edition for Liereyy, but the monk's getting picked off by skirmishers. And Villese taps out? That is an early GG if I've seen one. Lierey's behind. Well, I guess Liereyy does have 30 military on the field, and Villese has 0 military to deal with it. Villese kind of going a little too greedy with the extra town centers, and ends up losing out to Liereyy. Liereyy takes game number 1 with just the sheer military production. And we got Saracens. Look at that Mamluk. It looks so great. Saracen hype for Liereyy. Let's go. Liereyy, don't let me down. Don't lose with Saracens. And it is Outcrop. Game number 2. Liereyy versus Villese. Liereyy playing as the Saracens. In the blue, Villese playing as the Hindustanis. Spearman for Villese is going to start picking up a bunch of the sheep on the outside. Skirmisher opening for Villese. So Villese trying to play this defensively and economically. Picking up as many sheep as possible, walling up, making skirmishers, and just going for the eco push. And Liereyy, showing the power of Saracens, is on the way to Castle Age already. Going for the Saracen power spike, fletching on the way for Liereyy. Is one archer range right now. Is that a stable being added? And Villese is going to see the archer range, not the stable. So we're going to have crossbow knight from Liereyy. And the archers are looping around, sneaking around. Liereyy has the food for bodkin and, yep, crossbow immediately, and a single knight. Villese, really smart, seeing the castle age uptime, towers the gold, now knows that the archers are here. And this could be a doubt tower as Liereyy comes to the tower and it's going to deny the tower and going to just push through the wall here. One vill dead, two vills dead. And the Saracen crossbows melt walls so easily. And that tower is not going up. Villese is taking all the gold and is going for bodkin. And wants to go for the skirmisher upgrade. Elite skirm on the way for Villese. And yeah, Lierey's just going to kill the tower. No tower for you, no stone for you. Liereyy is on stone, recouping some of that stone for potential town centers. And yes, we have a second town center already in the north for Liereyy, forcing Villese to overinvest against the crossbows, which there are only 10 of them. Having equal number skirms against crossbows, it's kind of an overinvestment. Might just try taking out the range. The vill count's very even. Liereyy with a larger military mass, however. And continuing the micro wars. Has Liereyy lost a single crossbow yet? Lierey's just too good with the crossbow micro. Archer range goes down for Villese. And oh, that's so good for Liereyy. Liereyy spots the vills going for the second town center and will get a vill pick, but now has a potential target. Liereyy does have fairly idle town centers, is now getting horse collars, and we got camels now being queued for Liereyy, who still does not have bloodline. No bloodlines for either player. Their economies are a little stretched thin. And Liereyy with the vill lead. 2 town centers to 2 town centers. And Liereyy pushing this army from Villese back. Villese having to fall back to the town center. Is now down to 7 military. And might lose the next archer range again. 3rd town center for Liereyy. In the front of the base on the wood and gold. And this is looking really good for Liereyy. Oh, the quick gay. And those 2 camels are trapped. Well, sort of. Yeah, they're trapped. The 2 camels and 1 knight, they're dead. They're trapped. So well played from Villese to be able to clean up those units with ease. And Villese is trying to send some vills, more villagers to the north town center, because this gold is kind of inaccessible. And a forward siege workshop. So Liereyy wants to push. Yeah, Lierey's just going to start working on the town center. We have a second town center for Villese in the north there. Is on stone. No ballistics in for either player. Bloodlines coming in for Liereyy, which Villese does not have. Wheelbarrow on the way in, and oh, the Mangonel was not seen by the monk. Goes down. Great attack ground from Liereyy, killing the monk. And Liereyy going in for the fight with the Mangonel behind. Will clean up the skirmishers. The crossbows will clean up the camels. And this is looking really, really good for Liereyy. Although Villese isn't behind in eco anymore. We got the defensive siege workshop for Villese and a 4th town center for Villese. This 1 town center is on a hill, so it's going to get sieged down pretty quickly. But Villese is going to lose access to gold pretty soon, as a lot of those villas have to repair the town center. Repairing a town center is very expensive. Mangonel on the way, going for the shot, misses. The TC goes down, and Villese has to abandon the gold. And with no gold, is going to struggle to make units and monks. And Mangonel is trying to shoot these skirmishers and getting some good shots in the skirmishers. All the skirmishers go down, and Liereyy just needs to not shoot his own units. And the GG is caught from Villese as Villese loses the entire military. And Liereyy takes game number 2 against Villese and is looking really strong to take this 3-0. Can Villese make a comeback? Villese has stayed in the game had very good eco, but it seems like it's just adding a few too many town centers and losing out in military control. We got Byzantines. That's a good start for a reverse sweep. Byzantines are such a strong civilization. And here we have it. Game number 3 already. You can hear the crowd in the background cheering as everyone in Heidelberg, Germany is there watching the games live. And we have Villese going for a Ville pick here. Might actually catch it out as Liereyy tries to get back to the town center. The blocking is happening. And nope, the town center was too close to the Ville. Scout takes significant damage from the TC, gets chased away, and might actually go down from the spear as the Scout is now 6 HP, and Villese, almost pulling off a nice Ville pick, is unable to do so, and Liereyy with a nice lead with the Scout advantage. Villese going for a early dock in the South Pond, as Lierey's just walling up. It seems like Liereyy wants to get to Castle Age, and that Scout is 1 HP. Will it make it back to the spear in time? And no, it does not. Scout goes down. The archer, though, however, from Villese is going to get picked off, and that is a very good pick from Liereyy. Fishing ships on the way for Villese, which will give him a nice eco boost. However, Liereyy is already on the way up to Castle Age, going for that Castle Age spike. Is making skirmishers. Villese playing full open, but is Byzantine, so can see everything, and will be clicking up. The fishing eco will start to pay off pretty soon, as we have 3 now, a 4th fishing ship on the way. First armor coming in for Villese, who's probably going to go into the cheap camels. We got the archer pick, we got the spear pick potentially, as the skirmishers are fast for Lithuanians. Double stable for Villese. Adding a scout, and we got double monastery. I don't think Villese saw that, as Villese's units had to retreat. We got a double monastery in the center for Liereyy, as Lierey's going skirmisher monk. A composition I don't think I've ever seen before. And we'll be able to take full control of the center and grab 5 relics in the center. Castle Age is in, and we got knights for the Byzantines. Nope, never mind, camels for the Byzantines. We have a monastery now for Villese, and the camels will be able to deal with skirms fairly well. Not as well as knights, but they're cheap, so it doesn't really matter. We have a town center in the center for Liereyy on the berries, so Liereyy will be making great use of the berries. We have 2 monks out already, and Villese is going to notice this. Sees that there's a monastery with monks and might have to transition into light cav now. Rather than adding a bunch of town centers playing greedy, Villese is going for the military control and going for the aggression to punish Lierey's greed this time. Villese does have 7 fishing ships in the south, which is helping in terms of food eco. Villese is checking the north pond to see if it's been docked yet or not. Maginals are out, and redemption is 18 seconds away. By the time the Maginal shows up to kill the town center, redemption's already in. And the Maginal will get converted, and that is going to be a dead giveaway to Villese that the siege push isn't going to work against all these monks. And Villese has to back away as Liereyy now has a Maginal and can start siege pushing Villese. So the siege workshop, the Maginal, and the Maginal is probably going to have to get deleted. Delete. Yep, delete it. Kills a monk, however. So not a bad trade for Villese, taking out a 100 gold monk. Redemption was such a big play from Liereyy. Villese starting to lose all their buildings because the monks have redemption, so may as well go forward and start converting everything. As Villese tries to tech into crossbow, he's going to try killing the monks, but doesn't have enough upgrades, and he's going to lose both archers. Oh, wow. Impressive. Villese kills a monk with 2 crossbows and then deletes the crossbows. Pretty good value. Crossbows, 2 crossbows do cost less gold than a monk. And delay the archer range getting deleted. Bodkin on the way for the crossbows. Going crossbow to attempt to snipe the monks. And do we get 2 conversions? Villese gets 1 conversion. Only 1 conversion. Not the greatest luck there, as the knights start diving the town center. We have another dock for Villese in the north, trying to maintain the food eco with some fishing ships. The knights try to dive the crossbows. We have some camels in defense here. And a monk in defense. Villese definitely on the back foot, but not out of this yet. And don't lose all your camels to monks. Loses 3 camels. Sniping monks maybe. 1 monk down. 2 monks down. 3 monks down. 4 monks down. And Liereyy takes a great fight there with a ton of conversions. Villese's camos has quite a few camos at Lierey's base rather than helping defend. And I don't know if that's going to be great here because Villese might be out of this game having half their military forward. And Liereyy takes game number 3 in a clean sweep of Villese. Liereyy looking so strong going into the finals.
Tell us how you're feeling after that final game. What was with Redemption? What was your thought process there?
I had some strats prepared, you know, that map. I obviously expected him to watch it, so I kind of took one step further and just went skirms. Yeah, I just countered him, so that's it pretty much.
I think game 1 and game 2 we saw some skirmishers play as well. Do you think that perhaps skirmishers need to be nerfed? Are they too strong?
What would MBL do then?
Liereyy taking notes from MBL.
In the first game, you also did manage to secure the Aztec pick, which historically was often banned in the tournament. How did you feel getting that civ?
Pretty good. Obviously, it's one of the best civs by far, as a reason why everyone bans it, why everyone first picks it, and I did it as well, you know, it worked out.
Well, you played phenomenally well here, and it was a really big joy to watch. In the second game, Saracens versus Hindustanis, were there any points where you felt that you didn't have this game, or did you feel in control the whole time?
After the tower, I felt pretty confident. Obviously, lost some vills, lost some idle time, no gold, had to adapt a bit, so after that I felt pretty smooth.
And what about in the first game when the man-at-arms came into your base? Did you suspect the second Rax, or did you think that was the starting Rax when you saw it first?
That was the second Rax? That makes sense, actually.
Well, that would answer that question.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the 3 militias, so that helps a lot. Otherwise, you know, who knows how I would have handled it. And I would have probably had to buy towers or something, because I was going to be fully walled either way, so I think I had some chances, nevertheless. But obviously, I saw the militias obviously helped.
Well, we will wish you the best of luck, whether you're up against Hera or Tato. Do you have someone, would you hope to be against your teammate, I'm assuming?
Would be something spicy, you know, like the third rematch. I mean, obviously, friends of both, so obviously the better one should win, but would be something.